Hey eBayers, it's time for the monthly seller shout out video where we celebrate all kinds of sales. Nothing is in order, so listen for your name. The objective is to see actual sales so we can all learn something new. First, I want to address the giant error on last week's video. I completely left out the item on the cover thumbnail. So let's just chalk that up to a senior moment. Several of you asked, "Where's the sale about the Corgi Christmas tree?" So here it is. Ruth McQuaid found this at an estate yard sale for $40, sold for $339.99. This Danbury Mint dog tree was a Corgi dog breed worth more than some other breeds. This is the second tree I found, the first being a Bichon breed sold for around $250. So you can see there it is, the Danbury Mint Corgi lighted Christmas tree. And I wonder if its higher value has anything to do with Queen Elizabeth's Corgi dogs. Maybe it's just more popular because of her. I don't know, just throwing that out there. So, Ruth, I apologize for leaving you out, putting your sale on the cover, and then not even including it. So, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. Okay, let's get into the seller shout out. First, we've got Susie Palmer Grant. This is the estate sale that just keeps on giving. I bought a bunch of these labels for 10 cents each, so I have multiple listings. Sold these 6 labels for $54.90 plus shipping, and it took 4 months. The item is 6 vintage Pendleton virgin wool clothing labels on a card. Lot of 6. I didn't even know they made these. So that is a fun find and easy to ship. 10 cents each, and they sold for $54.90. Bethany Henderson found for $1 at a garage sale, sold for $35. Teos, spelled Taos, women's easy quarter strap sandals. $1, sold on best offer for $35. Amy Johnson. Hubby went through his clothes, told me they were all trash and to just donate them. This is just one thing from the bag that has been sitting in his closet for over 12 years. Sold for full asking price in about 3 weeks. Vintage Echo Unlimited Zip Up Hoodie size large 2000s. So basically free. This was going to the trash. Amy rescued it and sold it for $55. Kathleen Gifford. I pick these up whenever I see them. I found this at the Goodwill bins and probably paid about 60 cents for it. I accepted an offer of $22. Took about 3 months to sell. This is a 1970s melted plastic popcorn pink Panther wall art. And I challenge you to say that 5 times fast. 60 cents, sold for $22. Next up is Bevan Dunn, also known as Queen of the Javelinas. I had a good time with Bevan on our podcast. Anyway, she said, mishmash of stuff I had around the house, put in a pirate theme lot. Empty pottery mead bottle, we drank that. An octopus that flips you off 8 times. Random stuff from auction lots. Took 8 months to sell, but got great feedback, and he called it Pirate Christmas. The listing was titled Vintage to Now, Pirate Booty, 50s, Ephemera, Jewelry, Tins, Shell, Tokens, Junk Drawer, OOAK, which stands for One of a Kind. And this sold for $39.95. And what a creative idea, just to put a whole bunch of stuff together that has a similar theme. And she got $40 for it. That was brilliant, Bevan. Brilliant. Carlos Chavez, the mailman. And Carlos always delivers. I got this game of Jaws, vintage 1975, with original box, but missing 2 pieces, in a garage sale for $5. And it sold in about 20 days for best offer of $70 plus shipping. How fun is that? A Jaws game. Didn't even know such a thing was out there. Joyce Bodenhammer. My daughter picked this set up for $8 at the thrift store. Sold within 2 weeks. Took a best offer of $54. LL Bean Matalace coverlet full size. $8, sold for $54. Cassie B. This was in a free box at a garage sale a few weeks ago. I got it with 3 other theater programs for free that haven't sold yet. Sold for full asking price of $15. This is a Legally Blonde program from a Broadway musical theater. So this was free and it sold for $15. Tiffany Takau bought this homemade costume for $18, sold for $34.95 in a few months. Not a huge profit, but I almost doubled my money and the buyer is happy. This is a maid costume dress, black and white. And I also have found that homemade costumes sell very well. Dawn Rutledge, not a big sale, but a sweet one. The buyer was actually a family member of the author. They had lost their copy of this little booklet in a house fire. They were so happy to get another one. It was originally in a box of ephemera for $1 at an estate sale. Signed, Kitchen Crones by Gail Hunter Scheller. $12. But isn't that wonderful that it went back to the family of the person who wrote it? That's what I love about eBay, is just rehoming things, and you just never know who's looking for something. Bill Hunt. I got this U.S. Forest Service coffee cup and saucer for $3 at a mini estate sale in my own neighborhood. It took a couple of months to sell. I ended up taking an offer of $69. So there you can see a cup and saucer, sort of old-fashioned looking, thick ceramic material. $3, sold for $69. Alley House. Bargain find. Paid $4 total at an estate sale warehouse for 8 tumblers. Took 2 weeks to sell for full asking price of $70. Pampered Chef tumbler set of 8 blue acrylic glasses, new in box. $4, sold for $70. Jackie Basie. $5 at Goodwill 2 weeks ago. I accepted a $35 offer after a week. The buyer left good feedback. And this one is definitely on my BOLO list. Vintage backpacks with leather bottom. So this is a 90s LL Bean green campus organizer backpack. She took an offer of $35 and it cost her $5. Dr. Stephen Gittler. Fourth piece to sell from the 24 I got for $15 total at an estate sale. Lennox Canterbury Crossing Spice Jar Nutmeg Fine Porcelain 1994. Sold for $24.90. And look at Dr. Gittler finding the BOLOs. Yes, this one was on page 28 of the 2023 BOLO handbook. And why is it highly sought after? Leave it to social media to make the old new again. In March of 2022, TikTok and Instagram influencers started showing off their 80s and 90s vintage ceramic Lennox Spice Village collections. Prices skyrocketed on eBay, Etsy, and other reselling sites. A complete collection, including 24 jars and the display rack, can sell for over $800. So, I know you have seen this item on the Money Making Mondays and the $100 supersize sales, but just showing you again so that you will remember it, because repetition is one way to remember things. Lennox Spice Village, the whole set, the rack, or just the individual jars. Okay, moving on to Donald Huck's. Got this from a local thrift store for $2. Took a best offer of $25 plus shipping. I knew someone would love the cow. Took about 2 months to sell. This is Color Q's cow sweater, hand knitted. Yes, that is quite whimsical. $2, sold for $25. Next up is Brian Rappaport. Paid about $14 a few months ago at a discount grocery store. I check every now and then for deals. Sold for $49.99 plus shipping. This is a sealed case, obviously unsealed to take the photo, of Coca-Cola flavored Tic Tacs. Yes, anything sells on eBay. He paid $14 and sold this for $50. Julie Brown. I found a bag of vintage pinback buttons at a garage sale for about $1. I mainly bought it because this pin was unusual and I saw it said Lisa Frank on the back. I priced it high because there were none listed at the time and one sold well a few years back. It sold a year later on best offer of $20 plus shipping. The buyer sells buttons himself. So the item is vintage 1980 Lisa Frank dramatic eye pinback button. So cost was less than $1 because there were several pins in the bag, and she sold it for $20. Julie Gambino. Purchased at a local thrift store for $2. Took about 4 months to sell for full asking price of $80.75. This is an antique lithograph, children playing with their dog, lunchbox or biscuit tin. $2, sold for $80.75. Emily Smith paid $3.99 a couple of months ago at Salvation Army, sold for best offer of $29. This is a vintage Franklin Quest Covey leather planner with a crossbody strap. $4, sold for $29. Nancy Barr Stroh's Bought this cutie at a yard sale in a lot of old dolls, so probably $3 into it. Was surprised at the comps. She's only 3 inches tall. This is a vintage 1960s Mattel Little Kiddles and a middle doll. $3 and sold for, oh no, it wasn't $3. It was in a lot of things for $3. But she got $29 for it. Next up is Tim and Rachel Beachy. My son found these for me at Goodwill for $5. Sold the day after listing for $35.99 plus shipping. These are Asics men's wrestling shoes. $5 sold for just under 36. Okay, next up is Casey Vetterly. He said, essentially free from bulk Lego purchases I find around town. Sold for $54.95 in about 4 months. This is Lego Star Wars minifigure droid. Wow, almost $60 for a minifig. Okay, next up is Mary Alice Fontenot Gray. Picked this up at Savers for $3 after my discount and sold for $20 on best offer. It took 1 week to sell. Dina Designs School Years Memories, pink paisley, looks like a notebook or a folder. $3 sold for $20 on best offer. Sam Denton has a beautiful item. Purchased at thrift store for $3, sold in 6 months. Vintage, huge, colorful floral enamel filigree clamp bracelet. That is really stunning. $3, sold for $25. Linda Peters paid $10 at a thrift store, sold in less than 2 weeks. The item is Herself, the Elf, and Friends wood pink willow song doll. Never heard of that, but yes, definitely vintage. $10 sold for $90.25. Janine Allen Joyce, Yves Saint Laurent leather belt, paid $2 at Goodwill, sold for $79 plus shipping in 2 months. And look at that, it's very plain looking. These are the items that I call sleeper items or surprises because there's nothing really out of the ordinary about this. It doesn't have a very detailed buckle. The leather isn't an exotic leather. It's just your basic brown belt. $2 and sold for $79.99. Monica Jackson has a fun vintage item. She said, who knew? I bought a lot of 80s and 90s rock, metal, and pop cassettes. I paid $20 for 150 cassettes. The 3 untested Metallica cassettes sold for $62. Okay, they are Metallica, 3 cassette lot, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All. $62 for some cassette tapes, and she didn't even know if they worked. Collectible. Scott Ware got a whole brandy snifter full of 1970s and 80s ticket stubs at a yard sale of people who do cleanouts for, this was $4. So this one ticket was basically free. I have already sold a bunch. This sold for best offer of $39 for 1 ticket stub. Cincinnati Bengals ticket stub from 1979. So, all you folks out there that have ticket stubs squirreled away or have a relative that has ticket stubs squirreled away, check them. They could be valuable. Tammy Kennedy. This Harley Davidson cookie cutter set was mine. I didn't use it, so I listed it for $25 with free shipping. It sold fairly quickly. So there you can see Harley Davidson bar and shield cookie cutter set, 25 bucks. Catherine Samples Farnsworth paid $2, sold on best offer for $27 plus shipping. It took 6 months. The item is new. Bodman Deep Waters Perfumes Body Spray, discontinued. $2, sold for 27. Here's another sleeper item or surprise item. Jennifer Elliott paid $3 at Goodwill. Took about 3 weeks to sell. Vintage 1979 Animal Fair plush Henry the dog. So to look at this, it just looks like your basic puppy stuffed animal, but it is vintage and it does have the tag on it. $3 and it sold for 75. Paula Elizabeth, bread and butter item. Paid $2 at Goodwill, sold within a couple of weeks. Williams Sonoma, orange and yellow rooster napkin and placemat. Oh, it could be used for either napkin or placemat or hand towel. Sold for $14.44. Cost her $2. Kent Cohen got this for free from a neighbor when he was moving. Finally sold for $40 after sending more than 20 offers. Took about 3.5 months. Vintage galvanized metal watering can. $55. Oh, no, wait. He sold on offer for $40. See, we're getting to the end here, so my brain is going. Suzanne Akers paid $4 at Goodwill, sold in 3 weeks. Winnie the Pooh's Eeyore's Birthday Cheerful Times, 1998. $4, sold for just under 30. Lydia Buscemi, a Stonehenge souvenir, bought for $1 at an estate sale. Took a couple of months to sell. That gets the award for the most unusual item in this video. How many times have you ever seen a Stonehenge miniature replica? Yes, the odd, the weird, the strange sells. $1 sold for $27.87. Mark Sherrill paid $6 on Facebook Marketplace, sold for an offer of $35 plus $8 shipping. The item is new Celine Dion perfume. $6, sold for just under 40. Alona Fuentes paid $5.95 for this leather jacket. No brand or size. Sold in 5 months for full asking price. Vintage 80s leather jacket, size extra large. Asymmetrical snap front. Lots of great keywords there. Paid just under $6 and it sold for $85. Wendy Kruger paid $8 at a thrift store, sold for $45 plus shipping in 1 year. Betsy Johnson jewelry is heavily faked, so unless it is with tags or I am sure it is hers, I don't tend to buy it. So this is Betsy Johnson koi fish earrings, pink and purple. Another quite unusual item. Don't see that every day. $8, sold for 45. Lauren Lena Morgan purchased this company store Turkish cotton bathrobe at a local thrift store for $4. Sold on offer to a watcher after 5 months for $33. And this is kind of a plain looking item. The company store women's robe, extra small, Turkish cotton. $4, sold for 33. Robin Lee Marie Parsons, cleaning out my mom's house, found a lot of different royal family items. This sold for $50 after 2 months. 1959 Time Magazine, Queen Elizabeth. So this was free and it sold for $50. And finally, we're going to end with Terry Wilcox. Bought last fall at a yard sale for $3. Just never sure when seasonal stuff will sell. Happy to be moving it out. This is a hard to find, that's what HTF stands for, Ray Dunn Dancing Jack-o'-lantern Skeleton Mug from 2018. $3, and it sold for $18.74. Okay, that's some food for thought. Keep going, keep listing, and stay positive. Thanks to everyone who contributes to the Money Making Monday threads. Without your contributions, we wouldn't have these videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day, everybody. Bye.